is 9 a.m. and the highway is directly behind me, and I will leave in about 2.5 hours at 11:30. That'll give me an arrival time projected of about 6 o'clock. And of course, it'll be a little bit later than that because I'll have to do my load checks every 150 miles. So their receiving time is between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. So as long as I arrive after 6, and that's what I'm aiming for. I don't want to arrive early because every minute that I arrive early is a minute wasted. I'll start my clock in about 2.5 hours and do my pre-trip and start down the road. And hopefully I will have something that will resemble some kind of good news for this weekend. But I don't know. It's hard to tell right now. It's not looking good. It rained last night. This load was not required to be tarped, but this is what it is. It's this little tiny square steel bar. You know, it's about as thick as a finger, I guess you could say, but it's spaced to where there's no blocking in between. And I have 5 stacks of it. And the specific instructions I received for securing this were to wrap the straps around, and you can only wrap one bundle with a strap. You can't wrap more than one. So each strap, let's see, how many do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 9 straps on here. And each of the 4-inch straps wraps a different bundle as it travels down, alternating as it goes. Let me see if I can. So, got this one, then that, the far side, then the second one, then the middle, then the third one, and then it repeats it at the very end. It's got the 2 outside bundles on the last 2 straps. So it covers my deck and a little bit off the back and a little bit off the front. And each of these little bundles has a little yellow flag / tag on each end of the bundle on that end. And but yeah, my specific instructions also told me that this was a load that didn't need to be tarped, which is good because it would have been fun tarping that end, both ends. But it was based on the location I picked up and where I'm dropping off is the reason no tarp is required. So this stuff was kept inside. I loaded inside their structure, and it sounds like a lot of people actually tarp inside where they got loaded. This is a pretty awesome spot. I've stopped here one other time. It's a Sunco. It's right next to a big RV center, and you know, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, so none of the other trucks are here. But there's also this massive parking lot across the street as well. So, and I don't know, I mean, trucks were parking there. I don't know if it's actually part of this facility, but they parked here, and it's cool. Behind, when I pulled in, there was a row of trucks behind me, all the way to the side, and there was about enough room for a truck to get through. So I started parking. I backed up to a truck here, and then other trucks followed suit that yesterday or last night. So I don't know if you can hear it, but my heater, this is just gee whiz information. That little pipe, it's an exhaust pipe for my heater system. So it burns diesel fluid to heat radiator fluid, and it circulates that through the heater core in the back. This is my understanding of it anyway. The heater core in the back, and then the fan blows the heat off of that. And and therefore you get heat, and it keeps it toasty warm and your engine block warm. So I like that. But I didn't turn that on until probably about 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, because it's crazy weather. It's when I parked here, it was like 52 degrees last night, and yeah, it is Tennessee, but I mean, I had to open windows. I was so warm. So, but by 2 in the morning, it started to chill out, and I was like, all right, I'll turn on the heater. But that's it. So in a couple hours, I'll hit the road, and I'm hoping that something positive happens this evening. One of two things. They give me a deadhead move back to Granite City. Well, I guess it's a possibility of 3 things happening today. A deadhead move back to Granite City. A deadhead move to Fort Smith, Arkansas to pick up a load, hopefully that night, in which I can make it back to my home Saturday. Or they'll give me a load in the area where I'm dropping off to get home, which I find highly unlikely, but I don't count anything out. And I guess the last possibility is I spend the weekend somewhere. So that's it. We'll see what happens. It may be difficult to see out here, but there's a truck in front of me. It may show up better on the screen. He's pointing towards the door we're going to enter. I know there's trucks in there being unloaded right now. It is 6:53. I've been here for 22 minutes, so I showed up right when I really wanted to. And let's see. I have 6 hours and 18 minutes left on my 14-hour clock and 4 hours and 28 minutes left on my driving clock. So I got a little less than 2 hours I can spend here and not burn any of my driving clock. And I'm within 18 minutes of taking a mandatory rest break. I got to complete a rest break before I can drive again. And I got 31 hours on my... I've already got a pre-plan to go to Fort Smith, and it's 5 hours and 11 minutes. And that's how it wants to take me there. I may have to play with it a little bit. So it's Friday evening, and I'll be not arriving there today. I'll be getting there Saturday. And let's see. 9, 10, 11. Whoa, this is cool. Maybe. I have, it is, I don't know if you can see, I got my shifter in the way, so it's hard for me to see this. I pick up tomorrow, the 9th. Now it's not in focus, huh? Good job, camera. And it delivers on Tuesday, the 12th. So here I was thinking I wouldn't get a weekend in. What I'm going to get in is arriving on Saturday at my house, spending Sunday and Monday there. Well, I'll get a full day Sunday, and that's really it. This delivers in Pennsylvania. So I'll have to calculate to see how far that is from my house. I want to say it'll take me a day to get there, so I may have to leave Monday. So I'll get home Saturday. Possibly get a 34-hour reset in. I'll get all day Sunday and leave. Yeah, see, I've got to calculate this now. So I will get somewhat of a weekend home. I am going home. It's just, this is, I've never done this where I've actually had a delivery date of a Tuesday. So, and it's a open appointment, so I just have to be there by 10 o'clock. So I'll leave sometime on Monday in order to be there by 10 o'clock on Tuesday. And so it will give me some time home. I'm grateful for that. It'll allow me to, my oldest son is
I don't know if patient is the right word, maybe impatiently waiting for me to complete the room. I've just got to hang some doors, put some molding, baseboard molding on it, and hang a door, which is already hung. I just need to put actually a doorknob in it. And then the room is pretty much complete. There's some trim around the door I'm going to do, but you don't need that to live in the room. He just needed the tile floor, which has been grouted and sealed. So he's anxiously awaiting to move into his little private space. Then I can increase his rent. So, and he's eager to pay more just so he can have privacy. That's what it's all about. Anyway, so hopefully I can get in. I'm just hoping I can get in the building within an hour. And if they want to take full hour to unload me, okay, that's cool. This is a union place. The delivery I've got is just what this guy in front of me has, that you can probably barely make out in this dark, dim light. But this company, I picked up this particular product. I picked up from them, and this is basically another facility of theirs in Arkansas that I will be unloading at, and that's a Maverick truck in front of me. And I know there's a Maverick truck inside the facility, because when I pulled in, I was reading the signs, which we have to do at many locations in order to find out what their process is. And somebody got on the radio and said, hey, just drive to the back, turn around, get in line, unstrap, and then just wait for your turn to come in the door. And I was like, oh, great. So I didn't actually have to go inside to find out. That's always helpful when truck drivers get on the old civilian band and let us know what we need to do. So anyway, that's it for now. I think I'll do some calculating to see what's going to happen as far as when I'm going to have to leave on Monday to complete this new load out of Fort Smith. I will not make it all the way to Fort Smith tonight. And the bummer of that is trying to find parking at 10 o'clock at night is miserable. So I fear parking at this late, because I don't want to park on an on-ramp or an off-ramp where you see a bunch of trucks parking, and they do it because it's legal in a lot of places. But sleeping on a slope in an unprotected, unpopulated area, that's just asking for trouble. That's what you hear about in the news all the time anyway. And but I'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. I'm always thinking ahead, thinking, oh, the worst. I'll end up calling fleet managers, hey, and they'll say, hey, don't worry about it. Wait until it actually happens, and then we'll deal with it. Because until something actually happens, we can't, speculate. So I guess I just got to stop worrying about these things. I don't know what they're making with this product. I bet I'll find out when I get inside. But that'll be it for today. I think I've been to this place before, so I should be getting some round 3 to 4 inch steel bar. And it may be gray bar, or it'll probably be gray bar, but this time of year it'll require tarping. So, yay. Load of steel, good gas, good fuel mileage. Sorry, I almost slipped there. I know how touchy some people are. Good night. Here, I thought that was the end of my videoing, and then I'm reading my potential assignment, and it says I pick up tomorrow at 4 in the afternoon on a Saturday. That really, that is not cool. I'll be there probably about, let's see, if I guesstimate correctly, yeah, I don't know. I'll be there about 1 o'clock, if not sooner in the afternoon. But based on, I'm going to drive as long as I can, and in 4.5 hours from now, it's 11:30. So the soonest I can get rolling again is 9:30. So I could be about 9 or 10, maybe even 11 o'clock, and then sit there for 4 or 5 hours. So if I can find parking, maybe I'll start my day late again. This is not fun. I don't know if that product is not particularly finished and won't be ready until 4, but it's a set appointment of 4 o'clock. I was hoping, these are the kind of times I would like, hey, preloaded trailer, first thing when I get there, I'll spend the time to swap it. But, yeah, looks like I'm going to be the waiting game again. And it could be because it's winter and things slow down. So this is my first experience with it. I didn't experience it last year, so we'll see. Yeah. Because it's going to take me about 6 to 7 hours to drive past my house, if I can even stop at my house. I'm still planning. See what happens.